Hello and welcome to the finals of this Pokemon TCG online tournament. We are going second once again, which I've actually not. I thought it's been fine. We just gotten to attack a bunch every turn, but I imagine if we get a slightly weaker hand, we won't be in that position. Um, let's go ahead and start Mew. Well, I guess we need to draw DCE and the stadium either way, right? So let's just go ahead and start Pumpkaboo. We're definitely going to put Mew on the bench. So yeah, we breezed past two Gardevoir Fairy decks in the first and second rounds, and now we're here, and let's see what we're going to face. This hand is actually like perfectly fine. We're just getting to discard 3 Night Marchers off the bat. Assuming we don't get End, which we actually have gotten End out of our good hands every time, but I feel like with this deck has pretty few bad hands. Like as long as you have a combination of supporters and items, you'll be fine. And wow, we're playing against a third Gardevoir deck, so sorry this hasn't been too interesting for you guys. Maybe this one will play out a little bit different than the others. Oh, did they let us go first? Alright, so let's go ahead and Ultra Ball these two. We're just going to take this Lampent and immediately discard it off the Juniper. Attach here. Assuming they can't do relevant attacks, we're just going to play that and end our turn. So they actually let us go first, which is really interesting. I don't think it's ever right to go second. I've heard some argument that it's better to go second if you're playing a toad-on-toad mirror match or other kind of corner cases like that, but even then I'm not sure that logic holds up. Our opponent does get the advantage, I guess, of knowing what we're doing and then basing their plays off of that, but I don't think that's actually correct. I think, especially in a deck like this, I think they'd rather just be up the energy drop. But regardless, I think next turn we can just safely Versa Seeker for the Juniper, dump a bunch more Night Marchers into our discard, and be pretty happy with it. Looks like we're going to see a Geomancy from our opponent. We actually might want to drop one of these Joltics, knowing our opponent does play several Stadium cards. And I think we're far ahead enough that we can actually go ahead and do that. I guess. Well, let's play Acrobike first. Definitely getting the water, discarding the Night Marcher. We do have a bunch of Night Marchers in there. Let's go ahead and attach to our Joltik. Muscle Band it up. And take the knockout. Drawing the DC is pretty nice there. No way. We actually didn't get that explosive of a start this time. There's still a lot of Night Marchers that aren't in our discard pile. But that's not the worst thing in the world. We still have a lot of draw cards, and we still got the knockout on turn 1, and it looks like we'll be able to follow that up with another knockout. Well, Hard Charm Tech. It's actually a big game. Will require us to get one more Night Marcher in the discard pile from here, but I suspect that won't be too big of a problem. Oh, and there's a Birch, just getting 4 cards. That's pretty lucky for us. And hoping our opponent doesn't play a Fairy Garden, I assume they'll just go ahead and Geomancy. They do have the ability to move the energy up, but I'm not sure knocking us out when we have basically another guaranteed attacker waiting in the wings is right here. Let's go ahead and, well, let's go ahead and attach here. And just Juniper. Alright, so here's some stuff. Alright. Now we're gonna go off. I think there should be another Lampent in here, unless I missed it, which I might have, could also be prized. Alright, so Joltik, Pumpkaboo, and Empoleon. Let's do a quick search. Yeah, that's all our Night Marchers. Let's go ahead and dump those. Acrobike. I know we'll take the water. Acrobike again. We'll take the compressor. Ultra Ball. Like this. Get another Mew, I suppose. Play the Mew. No reason to battle Compressor at this point. Let's check how many Night Marchers we have. 2, 4, 6. I'm counting the damage, actually. That's why, if you're confused by the 2, 4, 6. So 20, 40, 60. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. 140, 160, 180. Alright. And I think we just attack here and wait. Drawing another Night Marcher off of our prize was pretty nice. Our prizes have been pretty lucky too, have to admit. And yeah, so now our opponent's actually going to start getting aggressive again. It's mostly fine for us because we have taken 2 prizes. Our opponent's going to take 1 here, and then we should get the immediate response KO. Even if our opponent Mega Evolves, we currently have 180 damage. Our opponent knocks out the Pumpkaboo, we go to 200, and then we can Versus Seeker for the Juniper, discarding the Joltik to go to 220. And yeah, our opponent doesn't even Mega Evolve, so that just makes it better for us. And also, I am just gonna send up the Joltik in this case and not deny our opponent prizes as much as possible. Let's go ahead and computer search. Whoops. That would have been bad. Computer search like this. Actually, probably. I guess we'll just take a water and then Versus Seeker for an N. Our opponent just has a bunch of cards in hand, so we might as well limit that. There's 240 for 2 prizes. And unless our opponent has something good here, we should have game. Lysander's trump card can hurt us. Oh, actually, I actually made a mistake. I should have attacked with the Mew to not expose this Joltik. That's pretty bad. Because now we don't have a Night Marcher. So that was actually a huge mistake that could cost us. But I'm hoping it doesn't. So if let's see, what can we do? Interesting. So I think we need to Jirachi. Alright, I have to think. We can Jirachi for Lysander's trump card and kind of reset everything. I'd like to resume the match. So yeah, I think that's what we're going. Oh wait, our Lysander's trump card was in the discard pile, so that's not going to work. So now we're actually in a really tough spot where I've messed up pretty severely here. Okay, so our opponent takes 2 prizes here. We can... Are there any Night Marchers left? I don't think there are. Well, that's not a very good spot to be in. Let's just double check. Maybe we're just being silly and there's another Night Marcher. So there's 2 Joltics, 2 Pumpkaboos. That's pretty annoying actually that the resume button pops up when you're looking through your discard. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and pass here. We can... Our opponent knocks us out here. We can actually discard whatever we draw with the Ultra Ball and Archie's our Empoleon back. And there's a Mega Evolution. I guess if they have nothing here, they could actually not knock us out, but that seems unlikely. They're going to end us here. That's not too great. There's the... So yeah, we actually may have just lost this match. That's pretty unfortunate. No excuse for that play, just sloppiness. Let's go ahead and play the Mime. And just Juniper. Is it anything that gets us out of this? Let's attach here. Pass the turn. Next turn we versus Seeker. Oh, we can't. Wow, our opponent only has 1 prize. Okay, so we're switching to the Mime, and then we're passing, hoping our opponent doesn't have a way to knock us out. If that happens, we can go ahead versus Seeker for the Lysander's trump card. Battle Compress, Ultra Ball, and we should have... Actually, we'll need to actually draw some things, so let's see what happens. That was just very, very unfortunate by me. I apologize for that. No, absolutely no excuse. There's an N. And not looking good for us. Alright, so... This is the turn. Top deck versus Seeker. Did not get there. Acrobike. Nope, that's not gonna do it. Yep, we appear to just be... Oh, that's our last card in our deck, too. Yep. So let's just go ahead and end our turn. And wow, that was actually a very unfortunate turn of events. Very frustrating. Should have seen that play. Not sure why I got too cute there. You guys deserve better than that. I apologize. I think based on what our opponent did, I think we would have had the game and the tournament by attacking with the Mew. So I apologize for not seeing that. But yeah, so just to, I guess, focus on the positive. You know, I definitely messed up there. No doubt about it. Like I said, I haven't really played the deck before. All apologies for that. I try to not make mistakes like that. I don't feel like I make very many technical errors slash huge mistakes like that. So definitely apologize once again. But that's kind of how the deck works. Unfortunately, we played against all the same deck, but we did see that that's probably a good matchup. You know, the first game was in our favor extremely. The second game was in our favor, and then the third game was closer. But I think we would have won had we not messed up. But definitely important to own up to your mistakes and to realize them. And I think, you know, one thing people will do, I think I've talked about this before, where people will make a mistake. And let's say I made the mistake, but let's say I versus Seekered the Lysander's trump card and I was able to win on that last turn. Even in that spot, I should still recognize that I made the mistake. Yeah, it worked out for us because we got lucky and were able to get there. But you can't be results oriented. You can't be focused on what actually happened. You need to be focused on what you did. And it goes the same way. If you make a correct play and you end up losing, you shouldn't take it to heart because you know you did the right thing. It just didn't work out. That's what happens sometimes. But definitely that was just a gigantic mistake. And once again, I apologize. But I hope you guys got some value out of the video. I will be playing a similar deck to this in an upcoming Reddit tournament. That's going on in the next couple weeks. I'll make a video about that when it starts. But yeah, expect a lot more Night March. The Reddit tournament actually has some interesting rules that I'll go over in that video, probably early next week or later this week. So thank you for watching. Once again, apologies for the misplay, and I'll see you next time.